very much. Thank you, Representative Tsongas. Representative Tsongas, you've supported the Affordable Care Act, which I believe has killed jobs, as business owners have indicated, including 2.3% medical device excise tax. You supported a stimulus package that added $1 trillion to our debt and was supposed to bring unemployment down below 6%. And until recently, we had been over 8% for 44 months and counting. President Obama says that his grade on job creation is incomplete. And when I was at school, an incomplete means to me you haven't done the job. So my question to you is, for 5 years you've been in office, you failed to support any type of programs in the private sector for job creation, sustainable job creation, and you have an incomplete too. So why should the voters believe you'll do anything different in another 2 years?
Thank you very much for that question. You know, when I went to Washington to make a difference. I understood the opportunity that exists in this position, in any elected position, to have an extraordinary impact on the people you represent and the country you serve. And I feel I've had great success. I did support the recovery package because I felt it was important to stop the free fall, that every action, in order to begin to really pull things together, we had to stop the free fall. And I think the numbers demonstrate that we have created and saved millions of jobs. But while we were doing that, I worked very hard on the ground. I talked about the companies that I worked with, because as much as it matters what you vote for, it matters what you do at home. So whether it was the company in Methuen that I talked about, or the 2 farms that wanted to put in solar arrays to save costs and be part of the future, or whether it was working with the city of Lowell or the city of Haverhill to make sure that economic development projects went forward there, we've had great success. I work with the small business community. They're the platforms for growth. We need to encourage them and support them, and they're going to create the jobs of the future all across this district and all across this country. I felt it was important to change the military. 15% of the military is female. 25% of it could be female by 2025. Women who serve should not be victimized by those they are serving with. We need to change the culture of the military. So while we need to talk about the really large problems we face, I voted for the Budget Control Act. A tough vote, because extraordinary cuts across this country, but with discretion. We can make choices what we need to protect and what we need to cut, because we no longer need it. Not a simple vote. And I voted for the largest tax cut in the history, one of the largest tax cuts in the history of this country, in the stimulus package. And as a result of all those things, I think we are on a much better path, both for this country and in this most remarkable 3rd district.
And now you get to ask a question of Mr. Golnik.